Good morning, YouTube, or afternoon, whenever you're watching this. Good news, we're doing a weekly giveaway on our YouTube channel for Amazon gift cards. All you gotta do to enter is like the video, give us a subscribe, and comment below. The more comments you give us on the weekly videos for that week, we go Monday through Sunday, the more chances you have being entered, basically. So I'm gonna go through whatever the most creative content is as far as your comments go, and I'll pick a winner, and I'll send you a gift card. It's pretty simple. Free money. Who likes free money? I know I do. Subscribe. Have a good day.
The headline reads, teacher who fed live puppy to turtle found not guilty of animal cruelty.
Okay, read that again.
Teacher who fed live puppy to turtle found not guilty of animal cruelty.
Teacher who fed
live puppy.
Puppy. Okay, sorry,
turtle.
My brain is still catching up.
Well, it's like when you hear the headline, if you don't like there's a pictorial here of a turtle staring me in the face. So that I'm imagining this turtle eating a puppy.
I was picturing the snapping turtle biting that dude's lip when he was trying to kiss it.
Oh yeah,
So
that was pretty horrendous.
I was like, you are lucky to even have your lips and face.
Yeah, you want to cleft lip real quick? Put your face close to a snapping turtle.
That was.
So once again, teacher who fed live puppy to turtle found not guilty of animal cruelty. I want to know, like, I would love to be in a room full of PETA activists and watch somebody stand up and narrate this story. So, an Idaho science teacher who ignited worldwide controversy after feeding a puppy to a snapping turtle was found not guilty of animal cruelty Friday evening. A panel of 6 jurors delivered the verdict to a packed courtroom after deliberating less than 30 minutes following the 2-day trial in Franklin County. Robert Crossland, the Preston Junior High School teacher, smiled as the verdict was read and afterwards spoke publicly for the first time since the March ordeal. I would just like to thank all of the support that I've received, he said. I'd like to thank this community for staying behind me. It's really what got me through all this. Crossland fed the sick puppy. Sick puppy? Why would you feed a sick puppy to a turtle?
I mean,
the turtle was hungry.
If the dog, it's still fucked up. Never mind. Continue.
Crossland, you know what though? To me, it's no different than feeding it anything else.
Oh, I mean, yeah. I mean,
people make rats as pets, but if we feed a rat to a snake, it's natural, right?
No.
If the turtle's hungry and the turtle wants to eat a dog, and you got a puppy that you don't want to raise, feed it to the dog. I was about to say something else, but that would really get us in some hot water, so I'm going to keep that thought to myself. Crossland fed the sick puppy to a turtle named Jaws at Preston Junior High School after hours in front of a few students. Following an investigation by the state attorney general, he was charged with misdemeanor animal cruelty. Shane Reichart, one of Crossland's defense attorneys, admitted that some people might take issue with the snapping turtle eating a puppy, but Reichart argued that in the eyes of the law, there is no difference between the dog and a rat or even a deer people hunt. Absolutely agree. As we set out from the beginning, we thought the state was going to have a difficult time proving this case beyond a reasonable doubt, Reichart said. Idaho Attorney General Lawrence Wasden thanked the investigators and attorneys who worked on the case on behalf of his office. As prosecutors, our job is to present evidence to the jury. In this case, Mr. Crossland's peers in Franklin County did not find the state proved guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. I appreciate the jurors' attention and respect on their decision, Wasden said in a prepared statement. So what happened in March? Based on witness testimony from the trial, the timeline leading up to the snapping turtle eating the puppy is as follows. Crossland's son, Mario Crossland, received the puppy from a farmer he knew. One of the farmer's dogs had recently given birth to a litter of puppies, and the farmer was worried the pups were feeding off of the mother too much, causing her health to decline. As a result, he started giving the puppies to others. When Mario received the puppy, he noticed it was sick. He said in his testimony that the puppy's eyes were cloudy and it refused to eat. He said he and his sister tried to nurse the puppy back to health, but after a day, it was clear the puppy was going to die. He said no matter what they did, it refused to eat.
That's what I was getting at, or I was about to. I was like, is this dog so sick it's going to die soon? If so, like, I mean, whatever, but I mean, normally people would just shoot the dog. I mean, it's probably would have been more humane.
I bet
to
most
shoot,
people would
shoot
just
the dog, then feed the dog to the.
I'm willing to bet most people would just let it die, which is way more inhumane.
Yeah, for sure.
But most people would be like, "Oh, my poor puppy's sick. My puppy's sick," and they're gonna pet it and coddle it until it takes its last breath.
Yeah, and which is understandable. Like when my family had dogs that were like usually when a dog gets sick, they'll get like cancer or something like that. And it's like this slow. They get to where they can't walk. And
I doubt it was much of a fight, Josh.
They'll get to where they can't walk or just basic functions. They can't do shit. They're just like laying on the ground. So my dad used to take our dogs that were like that they got to a point where they weren't functionable anymore. And they were clearly just suffering. You just take them out into the woods and shoot them.
Right. I grew up around those same type of scenarios. My grandfather putting down animals that we made pets when they became sick. You get used to it.
Or you can just go to the vet and pay $500 to euthanize. Like,
yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I know. To me, like,
it's like robbery of people.
No pet, no animal is a human being. So I'm not going to have the same attachment to an animal as I would a human. I think PETA is way overboard on a lot of things. Even if, if you had a dog that had 15 puppies and the dog was actually, the mother dog was deteriorating in health because she's trying to feed and nourish all of these 15 puppies and you feel like you need to lower the litter a little bit, I'd pick the 3 ugliest ones and feed all 3 of them to the turtle. But that's just me. I don't care. We were talking yesterday about what's the when people start eating Tide Pods and doing stupid shit. What is that called? When people start killing themselves and for stupid reasons.
Natural selection.
Thank you, Josh. So what if I identify as a puppy? I'm hurt. Yeah, well, if you identify as a puppy, you need to be sitting in a padded room somewhere.
Or if you're gonna do
that,
that,
you can quote me saying that.
You have to put on the strap on backwards for a tail and wear a mask and.
In fact, somebody clip what I just said and make it go viral. If you identify as a puppy, you deserve to be in a padded room somewhere where they bring you a little bland meal on a metal tray 3 times a day. Where they bring your kibble on a metal tray, they put it on the floor, slide it in for you.
People would get off on that.
People, I'm sure they would. And if people are like that, they belong in a padded room. Plain and simple. I'm okay with that. Probably. With my dog Matt.
What if they have a really good other skill? Like they don't like live that all the time. They have some other really cool skill that like is beneficial to society. Just a what if.
If they're still, while they're doing that skill that's beneficial to society, they're trying to prove their point that they identify as a dog?
No, not while they're doing that other skill.
If the dog is just a side thing?
In their spare time, yeah.
If it's a side fetish, I don't care.
Yeah.
Whatever you do on your own time is your own business, as long as it's within the boundaries of the law.
So like the video we've, I think, played several times on here with that girl that identified as a dog, or her husband was her like trainer or whatever. You remember that video I'm talking about? We've played it several
The girl
times.
who bangs dogs will come take care of me. Josh, you can have her, bro. You can have her.
You know what I'm talking about?
I didn't even know you could leave a comment with a cheer and the comment would pop up as a cheer notification on the screen.
Oh yeah,
that's the very first time I've ever noticed that.
There's ways to do that. I'm getting an ad for Postmates on my phone.
Nice.
Yeah.
I don't exactly know what you're referring to. I remember us going over the horse video.
No, like I don't know if it was the same episode, but I know we've showed it because I've seen it on the screen. Like it was a video of a girl identifying as a dog, and she bought basically repurposed a strap-on type of harness, and then took that and put it backwards, so it was like a tail. And then she had like and she like she won a bunch of awards for being best in show, because they actually have competitions for people that like act like dogs, like dog shows that are for humans. and horse ones, and yeah, that's a thing. It's a real thing.
Look, to me, I'm going to call that a hobby.
Yeah.
Because if that's not you 24 hours a day.
I mean, I think she kind of like at home. She like kind of, from the video I watched in the interview, it seemed like it was probably most of the time at home, but like in general society, most of the time, like if she went to work and stuff, she was like, you're like a semi-normal person. You know, I think most people fall into that. If you're like so far extreme to like it's all I'm gonna be 24/7, yeah, you should probably be like,
wow.
I guess if you find somebody that like wants to take care of you like that, I mean, whatever.
I mean, there's grown people that put on diapers and let their significant other take care of them as if they're a baby, and they actually shit their diaper and
I think most
get their
don't
ass
go quite
wiped.
that extreme, but some sure do. I mean, there's.
I just remember seeing it on Jerry Springer years ago. So back to this article.
That was the ad. That was the ad read, by the way.
We'll backtrack a little bit. When Mario received the puppy, he noticed it was sick. He said in his testimony, puppy's eyes were cloudy, refused to eat. He said that he and his sister tried to nurse the puppy back to health.
You're getting a call.
Yeah. But after a day, it was clear the puppy was going to die. He said no matter what they did, it refused to eat. So the article continues to say, they gave the puppy to their dad, who decided he would feed it to either his python Monty or the snapping turtle. Crossland arrived at school and attempted to feed the puppy to Monty, but the snake didn't eat it. The teacher then took the pup out to his van and continued with his regular teaching schedule. After school ended, Crossland stayed to help a student with a project. He mentioned to the few students in the classroom that he needed to feed his animals and asked if anyone would be offended because a puppy would be involved. The witnesses all testified Friday that they did not have a problem with it. Crossland let the students handle the puppy. Most of the witnesses said they noticed it was sickly, lethargic, and its ribs were sticking out. A couple noted the puppy's eyes were cloudy. After a few moments, Crossland placed the puppy in the snake's enclosure, but it became clear the reptile was not interested. Crossland then put the puppy in the snapping turtle's 350-gallon tank. Witnesses testified the puppy tried to swim for a couple of seconds, and then the turtle pulled the puppy under the water. Instead of eating the puppy right away, the turtle waited for it to stop moving, which took around 30 seconds. A few of the witnesses said the puppy could barely move its legs before losing consciousness, and it did not struggle much because of its poor health. After the turtle ate the puppy, the students left. Idaho Deputy Attorney General David Morris argued that the puppy suffered as a result of the feeding, saying it was flailing around and crashing around in the turtle tank. What witnesses said about Crossland, every witness called to testify said it was common knowledge that Crossland fed live animals to the snapping turtle and snake that were kept in his classroom. The Preston Junior High School Science Department director said those reptiles would not eat dead animals, and it was the movement of living creatures that triggered their response to feed.
Yeah, duh.
Right.
How is that like? I mean, we're kind of in a weird place. Like, if it's a certain kind of animal, we're gonna get offended by it. Like, if it's a cute little cute animal, we're gonna be offended that you fed it to another living creature, part of the food chain. Guess what? There's lots of animals that'll eat a dog alive.
Right. Right. I mean, there's a lot of animals that will take down a giraffe.
I don't know if there's a lot that'll take down a giraffe, but
there's a lot of lions and tigers out there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Only a very few breeds, but a lot of animals that will do it.
I mean, I might take down a giraffe.
Another common theme among witnesses with the puppy was that the puppy Crossland fed to the turtle was deathly ill. The witnesses consisted of current and previous students. They made clear that Crossland is a beloved teacher, one even testifying that he was his favorite teacher in school. Two of Crossland's colleagues in the science department had only positive things to say about Crossland's character, his love for teaching, and his passion for animals. Crossland's son Mario became emotional when testifying about his father's love for animals and how he would do whatever he could to care for them. Mario even went so far as to say that his father could do what fish and game couldn't when it came to caring for animals. What's next for Crossland? Crossland continues to teach for the Preston School District, and he feels a lot of relief with the not guilty verdict. Students, teachers, and others in Preston hope the community can now move forward. There was no question in my mind that he had no evil intent or no intent to harm this animal. Given the fact that what he does for a living and the area in which he teaches, there is no question he was doing what he thought was best for this puppy, Stratton Legis, Crossland's other attorney said.
The fact that we have to go to court over this is ridiculous.
Even in Idaho, like I could see it in a big city. I could see students be like becoming activists and stuff, but in Idaho, come on.
Right. It's
In a farm town, come on.
Kind of weird.
I think it's very weird. Very weird.
We're just getting soft, so damn soft.
Right.
This kind of comes back to what I was talking about yesterday about like trying to protect everybody from everything. Stop. Knock it off. Lawmakers, get off your
Josh,
stupid...
it sounds like that dog had a rough time. Sure did. Rough? Should have spelled the R-U-F-F. That would have made the better pun.
True story.
Come on, comedian.